I know everyone's anxious to get behind the wheel, and I know when you bought your motorhome, your salesman said it drives just like a full-size car or extended cab pickup. Well, it does and it doesn't. The dynamics are much different. When driving a motorhome, you get the same perspective as if you were sitting on the hood of your car driving down the road.
The bigger the coach, the easier they are to drive down the road, but they present more challenges when you start to maneuver or stop. Some of the information provided today you may already be doing, and if so, good. Some of the suggestions we offer you may question, however, please give them a fair chance. I have heard many stories about tight situations that people have experienced. Most of the time, it is a lack of understanding of the dynamics of the coach that make it a tight situation to begin with. To understand how to maneuver in tight quarters, you need to know how to properly set up or prepare for the maneuver. You need to know where to place your pivot point based on how much your coach off-tracks and how much tail swing you have. When you know these factors, then you can establish how you want to set up. Okay, I know you're asking yourself, what did he just say? Let's start with some basic definitions. The setup is the most important part of any maneuver. Looking at the setup chart examples, you will see the same turn setup from 3 different starting positions. On the left, you see the coach starting its turn when the rear is adjacent with the obstruction. The middle view shows the coach starting its turn when the obstruction is adjacent with the pivot point. As you can see, the overall space required to complete the turn is shortened by the length of the rear overhang. The turn on the right shows what can be done when the turn offset data is applied. By setting up further away from the obstruction, whether it's a curb, road sign, or another vehicle, and starting to turn earlier, you would be able to turn into a much smaller lane or opening. Also, by knowing your tail swing, you know how far to be from a wall or other objects before you start your turn. If you set up closer towards the obstruction and start your turn later, like at the pivot point, you will not be able to turn into a smaller lane or opening. Something that really needs to be emphasized here is don't force a turn. If there is not enough room to make the maneuver, stop and wait for traffic to clear before you complete your turn. And if it doesn't look like there is enough room to make the maneuver, don't do it. Drive smart, maneuver with skill.
Hey, Mark.
Hey, Lauren. It's hard to believe, but I really think that about wraps things up.
Well, it's been a pleasure working with you on this project, and I hope your viewers take something away that helps them drive their motorhome like a pro.
I know they will, and for those of you who would also like to read about this topic, don't forget Lauren's book, Drive Your Motorhome Like a Pro, and it's available at www.rveducation101.com.
Well, Mark, I have an appointment in Alaska in 2 weeks, so I think I will hit the road.
Must be nice. Have a good time.
Thanks a lot.
Okay.